Everybody, welcome back. It's Jessica. Today we're going to film my July 2026 monthly plan with me. Here's how June turned out with this Caress Press kit celebrating Pride Month. And also something exciting that's happened in the past week is that I finally have caught up on my photo pages. So I think the last one of these that I showed was February. So what I'm trying to do is print one photo that kind of represents the highlight of the month or like the vibe of that month. So I finally finished March, just keeping it really simple, pulling in a label to say like what date this happened and what it is, and then adding some washi from my extensive washi collection. April is of course all about Clover and her birthday, and then also it was Easter, so I had this Easter washi. May was my birthday and I went to Hayley Williams. That was definitely the highlight of May, and I had this like vintage camera washi that I thought went well with like the Fox Theater. And then June was, we went to the Redwood National Park, but then also we stayed at this cute Airbnb where the owners have a couple of animals that they keep. So they have 2 alpacas, a whole bunch of chickens, a pig that we never saw, and a cat that we definitely saw a lot, who was basically the host for the Airbnb. So I pulled in that and a label, and then I got this banana slug, like Redwood Forest washi from a bookstore in Willits, which is a place that we stopped on the way. So I love this. I think all of this works together really well. And then I have some voting stickers. I thought about saving these for my junk journal, but like I haven't touched my junk journal in like 2 months, and I don't know how much more I'm going to keep up with that. I really only like did it for my trip earlier this year, and then I've been working on it at meetups, but there's not a meetup this month, so I don't know. But yeah, that closes out June. The only other thing I'll add here is like finishing off what page I left off on my book. But other than that, I really, really love how this turned out. I think this is gorgeous. So then moving into July, there's not going to be a whole lot going on here, so I'm hoping this will be a slightly shorter video. I have pulled some character stickers because the kit that I'm using is from Planner Pixie Co, and her version of the monthly kit doesn't have icons the same way that Caress Press does. So this was like one of the last pieces of art in a monthly kit format that I wanted to use from Planner Pixie Co. So we've got the decorative boxes and the square boxes. We've got another decorative strip and some regular labels. We've got the sidebar, which is quite cute. And then, why is this all a different direction? I don't know, sorry. We've got full boxes and then little things that I like to use, especially to mark any videos that I upload in July. So let's just go ahead and get started. I do find it easier to use Planner Pixie Co, like the decorative parts of the kit, because like you have these lines that kind of guide you. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down this strip first. I feel like she must have recently changed her paper because it's like this nice like matte vinyl now almost, or whatever the term is. I don't know. It is extremely sticky though, and I feel like before she was just using a regular matte, so this feels slightly more premium. Oh, you know what I forgot to pull was a script for the month. I just realized. I knew I was forgetting something because I get these kits undated. This is going to go down a little crooked, but we're going to ignore that. I do get these kits undated, so I need a monthly script and then the days of the week. And then for this side, oh, I forgot this is one big sticker. Okay, hold on. So we're going to need, let me get this sidebar out of the way. Whoops. Oh, I forgot there was a second. Sidebar. They kind of like clung to each other. That's funny. Okay, well, you also get a functional sidebar if you want to use that, but the only thing I usually put in my sidebar is any books that I read for the month, and lately I've been averaging like 1 a month because I'm a bad English major. So anyway, what that means is that I don't generally need this much space in the sidebar. So I'm going to line this up hopefully with the end of the top bar. That went better than I thought it was going to. It's not perfectly aligned, but whatever. You know, I'm realizing also I kind of hate that there's the pool chairs here and here. But we're going to put a script over this anyway, most likely, so I think it'll be okay. So I redate the monthly view to start on a Monday. So what that means is that this will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I only need to cover up 2 boxes here. So I'm gonna cut this in half here. I'm gonna do that off camera because I don't like to use my X-Acto knife on the planner. So let me go ahead and cut that and I'll be right back. All right, so we've got this trimmed to the size that we actually need it. I suppose there's nothing saying you don't want to cover up like the extra days or the days that are actually part of the month. However, I do have things that I want to mark on the 1st and 2nd because there's things happening actually. So, wow, I put that down a lot better than I ever thought I would. That is wild. So then I think down here, this will be Saturday and Sunday. This will no longer be the 31st. So I'm going to put down the rest of that strip that I didn't use. That actually worked out really well the way it was divided up. Sometimes when you cut these things up, it does not. It like totally ruins the vibe. But this one is like perfectly portioned out. So love that. That doesn't always work out that way. That doesn't quite fit in that space, but that is okay with me. So then we can get into, let's just keep going and then I will get the, no, let's not keep going because if I don't put the days of the week down, I will mess things up. So let me grab a monthly script and some days of the week. Okay, so this is not what I was expecting, but I feel like gold will go better with this kit, especially because it's got like orange and yellow in it rather than silver. Let me do one more check. Yeah, silver's not doing it for me with the colors in this kit, which is surprising. I would think usually it would be silver for like a pool themed kit, but there's just so many like golden tones to this that I feel like gold is a better choice. I think I'm gonna put this aside for just a second and put down the days of the week first because this is a translucent sticker and the days of the week are not. All of these are from a sticker book that I got at Michael's a couple years ago. You might still be able to buy it, but I have not seen it. I also realized the Planner Pixie Co. kits don't come with date numbers. I just remembered that. So this book also has date squares as well. So that is fine. We'll use these ones. What are you up to in July? I don't have a whole lot going on that's planned ahead of time. I'm sure we'll fill in the gaps somehow. But a lot of it is just going to be kind of decided week by week, I feel. Most of what I'm probably going to be marking in this video is like countdowns to future stuff. And yeah, we don't do anything major for 4th of July. I think we're going to have people over for a barbecue on the 3rd, but that's very casual and we're not like rah American, so it's more just like, well, we have the day off, let's cook some food and hang out, you know. It's very, very chill. And then, I mean, the World Cup will still be going on, which I am also not a major soccer fan, but I am rooting for Croatia as long as they're in. And I might shift my allegiance to Norway if they make it farther than Croatia. This is all based on heritage, if you haven't heard me talk about this before. And then if neither of them make it forward, I will be rooting for Mexico because you might figure this from me living in California. I have, well, first of all, my husband is Mexican American, but then also a lot of my friends are. So even the ones who are not very much into sports are really excited right now because as of this recording, Mexico has won its 3 games in the initial stage, and then I think they have a game today. So I don't know where this is gonna fit actually because the loop kind of gets in the way. Maybe I can finagle it to go right over here, maybe. Ideally, I would put it like right here, but then it gets in the way of the days of the week. So there we go. So yeah, low-key 3-day weekend. It's nice that the holiday makes it a 3-day weekend. Some of these date-specific holidays, it's like, could you just put it on a Monday or a Friday, y'all? Anyway, what else was I gonna add to that? that's all about, yeah, I like the gold with this. I think that works really well. That's nice. But yeah, let me know what you're up to in July. Why is my brain struggling? I'm gonna take a sip of coffee, think about everything. Oh, I was gonna talk about, I just took another sip of coffee, sorry. I was gonna talk about how for my July weekly views, I'm probably not gonna film, I'll film this one, the Cat Mom one, because that's technically June. But for July, because there's so little going on, I don't know that I'm gonna have a lot that I really want to talk about or like record videos for. So I probably won't record these as memory keeping videos, but I will do like a recap once July is over. I just kind of need a little bit of a break like I took last August, if you remember, if you were here back then. All right, so let's get into what is actually going on this month. So Wednesday the 1st is our 3rd anniversary with our cat Clover. So I'm going to use an orange big box for that. Or actually maybe no, we're using the big box. I don't care. I'm planning to put up my lineup video this day, but maybe I'll just put it in the next box because we need a big box for Clover, for little Miss Clover. So I'm going to get my date square and put that in this side. I need my tweezers for this, just to make sure that it places where I actually want to place it. I can't believe we've had her for 3 years already. What a 3 years it has been. My little baby cat. And I have this really cute sticker from Oh Hey Cat Buns. She does, I forget exactly which colors she does of these, but I know she has different types of cats for this. I obviously got the calico because I have 2 calico cats. So that is adorable and looks a lot like Clover. This sheet cracks me up. I don't think I've published the haul with these stickers in there first. This sheet cracks me up because like this one where the cat is kind of like furrowing one brow. I swear to God, Clover looks at me like this all the time. And also like the one where both brows are furrowed. But then there's the ones where the cat's happy too. That's Clover when she's happy. So anyway, I just think that's really funny. So because I couldn't put the video that I'm planning to upload this Wednesday over there, I'm going to put it on Thursday and just like draw an arrow because I don't mind that much. Okay, I was gonna do blue for the video, but actually I'm going to do yellow because I think the blue sticker would be good for the other thing I want to mark on Thursday, which is that Croatia has their next game in the World Cup versus Portugal. You know, I'm gonna root for them, obviously, because they're my team based on heritage, but I'm a little nervous about them playing Portugal because I feel like if you know nothing else about soccer, you know the name Cristiano Ronaldo. Although apparently he hasn't, this is all hearsay, I am not a sports expert at all. Apparently he hasn't really been stepping it up this World Cup, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. You'll probably see this video on Monday the 6th, so the results will already be out at that point. But yeah, I've really been enjoying, I just discovered that Trevor Noah, who used to be the host of The Daily Show and is a very funny comedian, if you ask me, has been, he's got this deal to host like World Cup watch parties. So he live streams during a specific game every other day with his friends. It is so funny. They eat food from the cultures that are playing and it's a good time. So I don't have any soccer stickers. I have like 1 soccer sticker and I think I'm gonna use it in a weekly spread. So I just have this Wonton and a Million running sticker with the headband because Croatia's probably most famous player in recent memory, Luka Modric. Probably gonna be his last World Cup. He's 40, which is not old, but it's old for professional athletes. He wears a headband because he has longer hair. So I thought that would be a funny way to pay tribute to him. And then Friday, my husband has the day off and we are planning to host people for a barbecue. So I'm going to put both of those things in. So this will be Friday the 3rd. I feel like growing up most sorry, this is really hard to do with the coil right here. I feel like growing up most of the 4th of July events were usually held on the 3rd, like the public big fireworks displays, at least in my town. when we started having them. I feel like it was kind of the idea of like, okay, let's do this event all together, and then like on the 4th, you guys like just stay home. But like I said, I don't ever really feel particularly patriotic, if I'm being honest, because you know how everything is right now. But also at the same time, like 4th of July was never like a big holiday in my family. Like it was a very much like, let's just chill type of holiday. Which I think those are my favorite types of holidays, honestly, is the ones where like you're not buying a ton of stuff and like, well, unless you listen to every single ad for every single company that markets for every single holiday. But there's plenty of holidays where I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need to buy anything. And the 4th of July is one of those. So we just chill. I don't know what we're going to do on the 4th. Probably just chill at home. So I'm not going to fill these in just yet because I don't know what's going on. Monday, I'm going to mark a concert countdown, and then I'll also put in another video. So I think I'll do this combo over here. I'm assuming this video is going to successfully process and be put up. So I'm being optimistic. Generally, I don't like to stick down stickers for videos ahead of time because it's like, I never know when my computer is going to be like, actually, I hate you. I'm like, wow, that's so rude, but sometimes it happens. But we're going to be optimistic. Usually lineups and monthly Plan with Maze go up on time. It's the weekly memory keeping ones that sometimes I just get busy and like, stuff happens. So that is going to be Monday the 6th. If you're new here, I don't put the date squares in until either the day is full of labels or the day passes by, because I never know if I want to use like a full box or not until that day comes. Okay, so then I'm not going to mark anything else this week. I don't get paid this month. Yay. No. Then on the 14th, I want to mark that it'll be 2 years till the Los Angeles Olympics. Oh, I didn't even intentionally pull this sticker, but I feel like this is a fun sticker for the Olympics. I don't think there's going to be anything else going on that day, so we'll put that in. And I pulled another running sticker because truthfully, I don't run that much, but they run in the World Cup and they run in the Olympics, so I can use the stickers there. I will use running stickers even if it's just like a home cardio workout. Like I didn't technically run anywhere. I don't run anywhere, y'all. Like I'm a hiker. Like I am a long distance endurance type of athlete. I put heavy air quotes around that word for myself. Anyway, so there's that. And then, oh, did I forget to pull a World Cup? Well, not forgot to pull a World Cup sticker, but what happened to the sticker that I was going to use for this? I thought I had pulled something for it. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. Okay, yeah, originally I was going to use another running sticker for the World Cup final, but then I thought, what would be funny is if I used one of these movie stickers, because if we're not doing anything on the 19th, I will be watching Trevor Noah stream the World Cup final, because I think that would be fun. I think. I don't know for a fact, but I think. So, I think for that, I'll pull on one of these. I think it's going to be in the morning, Pacific time, which, one really nice thing, if you do care at all about the World Cup, about this one is that because it was hosted in the Americas, the games are on at times when we're normally awake. Now, are they during times when most people are at work? Yeah, that's a different problem. But I know my dad and a couple of my brothers are like really into the World Cup and just into, I swear, they watch like every sport. But I remember with other World Cups, I can never remember where the other ones have been hosted, but like either they or other people are like getting up at like 3 in the morning to like watch a game live, and I'm like, that's commitment. That is commitment. So that'll be me potentially watching World Cup final live stream. And then I might have an appointment this day, but I don't know for sure. However, I do know that my husband's going to a concert this day. So I'm going to put in like a little, actually, yeah, I'm going to do little things all on this day because what am I trying to say? I might have 3 things to mark this day. So I'm going to do this one for, oh, will I have a video that day? I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm just going to put in, because this will be where I might start running out of weekly Plan With Me's to post. So the only thing I'm going to put in this day is that my husband's going to a concert. So I have this Corks and Cords Co sticker. It's supposed to be for Taylor Swift, but I thought I'd use it for this because it's got like the snake and everything. And I don't know, that matches a lot of the music I feel that my husband listens to. You listen to music generally. So put that in. And then we'll have another concert countdown on the 23rd. Yeah, like I said, I feel like this video is still going to be super long. Sorry about that. Hopefully you still like it. This is going to go on Wednesday the 23rd. Whoops. Just kind of like counting down to a lot of things. There's not a lot happening this month, but there's a lot of things coming up in future months. Speaking of which, the 30th will also be a concert countdown. So I've like used up pretty much all of these labels, which is fine. So I have this emo sticker from Sweet Ava's Paper. So let me pop in a couple more date squares here, and then we will be done. I just have a couple of things to write in. That will not take me too long. So this will be the 30th. And then I need a 23. Okay. I think that's going to do it. Let me show you what's left of the kit. Oops. So we've still got the weekly checklist. I'll put that in storage because I'll probably use that at some point. This can go in the garbage. We've got these labels. Got these labels. This one is sticking in a weird way, so let me fix that real quick. I don't think I actually fixed it. It's fine. And then we've got the square boxes. I only use these if like I'm definitely filling up a whole day. So I'm gonna go ahead and write everything in, and then I will show you the final result. Alrighty, that's everything I know so far. Let me know what your July is looking like so far down below, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.